my name is attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III, and we're going to be doing videos today on Social Security disability. It's the first video of a bunch of them. Where we're going to be talking about our credibility letters. I brought one of my credibility letter template sheets, and we're doing these while I drive up from Fort Lauderdale. So let's go ahead and begin. What do you need to know about the types of credibility letters that could be created for a claimant for Social Security Title II or Title 16 benefits? That's your SSI or SSDI. What you need to know is that when it comes to the creation of these letters, it could go into three main categories, okay? Three main categories. That's your friends, that's your family, that's your work associates. Friends, family, or work associates. Work associates, you can break it down into those people who are under you, above you, at the same level as you. Friends could be anybody, family could be anybody. Now, I know some of you are thinking, what about medical? Medical is a different kind of letter. It's an RFC, a residual functional capacity form. So that's a little bit different. Now, you can request from your doctor some sort of letter stating your current condition and things like that, but it is always best to obtain a residual functional capacity form from them. Super duper important. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about that. You've got these three categories. These are your main ones: your friends, your family, or your work associates. What are some of the things that they need to outline in this? Okay. If you remember one thing from this video, the thing you must remember, I'm saying it purposely slow, the thing you must remember is that they need to tell a personal story of how they've seen your disability affecting your ability to get through the day. Okay? Whether you're waking up and you can't get out of bed while you're in the shower and you're having difficulty with environmental restrictions such as heat, whether you are walking down the street and you fall down, whether you have difficulty with ringing in your ears and you can never hear them telling you a story, you have to go ahead and take the time, okay, to go forward and explain a personal story. Explain a personal story as to how you know the claimant has difficulties. Now, other things that you should include. Let us begin. Thing number one, okay? You need to include who you are in relation to this person, okay? You just need to. You need to have that so that the judge, the court, anybody who reads it understands why you're important to this. What is the relevance of your story? So who are you in relation to the claimant? Another thing, which they always seem to forget, you need to put in the when, where, what, all those details. When did this happen? Why did it happen? Where did it happen? Who is it happening to? Put in that information. It's super important, because if you leave it out, then it's a story about who knows when it was, who knows where it was, all these things that could have happened. Another thing, if you do know medical terms, great, throw them in. If you don't, try to explain them as best as you can, but use as many adjectives as possible. Use as many ing words as possible. Okay, difficulty with walking, pushing, pulling, things like that. Now add some adjectives to it, right? The pain that I receive while walking is like a searing, cringing, burning, lightning-like, ongoing, severe, chronic, binding, grinding. Use adjectives with your ings: walking, standing, pushing, pulling, holding, grasping, yada yada. And that way you can go forward and explain what the person is going through, okay? I've noticed them having this type of issue. Describe it. But don't just say, they have a problem walking. They have a problem walking. That's a terrible letter. I've known this person for 13 years, and they have a problem walking. Sign, date, cool, done. Terrible letter. Now, a lot of people ask me, does this letter need to be typed up? Can it be handwritten? It can be handwritten. There's absolutely no problem with the handwritten letter, okay? So that's how that works. Credibility letters should include a lot of things. If it's a work detail, from a work associate, a boss, or somebody like that, try to include the dates in which they worked at that job. If it's an employer talking about why they had to fire the individual, or why the individual had to quit, or they had to get rid of him for whatever reason, explain why that is. That way you have a detailed understanding of why this person can't do their past relevant work, That's super duper important. Remember, past relevant work equates to the work they've done within the past 15 years. So when you hear PRW, The only thing you should be thinking is past relevant work. In the industry, that's what it stands for. Past relevant work, Social Security Disability, PRW, that's what it stands for, okay? Past relevant work being the work you've done within the past 15 years. That means essentially step 4 of the 5-step sequential process, meaning element 4 of how this whole thing works, all right? That is what you need to focus on when writing a credibility letter. Now I'm going to do more specific videos, one for friends, one for families, one for work associates, things like that. That way you have a good understanding of what you should expect when you ask somebody to go ahead and write one of these letters, or if you have been asked to go ahead and write one of these letters, how you should go forward and do it. All right? My name is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. If you want the most up-to-date information, or you want a free consultation, or you want a video made about a particular topic, give me a call, shoot me an email, and we'll go from there. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.